Hey everybody, welcome back to more Space Marine. I'm still Negaroth, and I have returning guest Jay with me today.
Hi, and yeah, we've got Space Wolves, or maybe the Handy Wolves. I saw a hand there for a moment.
Yeah, he's got a cybernetic implant hand, which I assume he stole off of the dead Inquisitor that's full of more horrible chaos energy.
Yeah, and Chaos! Finally!
This will be our first mission that is all completely chaos. As we saw in the last video, the Orc war boss is dead, and as we all know, that kills all nearby orcs on the planet. No, it doesn't. It's just a convenient plot excuse for never seeing orcs ever again.
Yeah.
I mean, it will make orcs less coordinated, but
they'd still loot and fight.
Yeah, they would still be around. They would still be fighting. I mean, they're not like Tyranids, where if you take out the leader, they'll all go feral and start like eating each other.
Yeah.
They'll just become less coordinated, but they'll just start following smaller sections. They'll start to follow like a knob.
Now, the thing also the Chaos Imperial Guard.
Yeah, the Chaos forces have I think these are all already dead IG guys. And they just...
It might be. They certainly seem to be exploding into chunks.
Yeah.
With my psychic abilities, I had drawn energy from the wall. I found a pattern work unobserved. A remote forge work. Adeptus Mechanicus gave me free rein when I told them I was developing a weapon with a new, unorthodox energy source. They know the Xenos will soon show humanity out of the galaxy. My weapon will help keep our species alive. They will not ask questions. Desperation cuts through bureaucracy.
And I know it's a bit late to gloat what with him being dead and all, but yeah, that worked out really well, didn't it, Inquisitor Drogon?
I'm kind of wondering what his other ideas for unorthodox energy sources might be, like throwing random guardsmen into a furnace and using their screams of pain to make a steam engine go faster.
How about one which runs on baby tears?
That would be very easy to do. There's like a never-ending source of baby tears in the far distant 40k future.
Yeah.
I don't even think I've ever seen many babies represented in 40k.
There's a few children in Gorn.
I can imagine there might be like a baby corps in the IG, like the Krieg Death Baby Corps. They can crawl under all the barbed wire and
set C4.
Like, they can't be sensed by like the hive mind. Except it's mostly like how the Russians developed, grenade dogs.
Yeah, which didn't work very well either.
It was it was something that probably looked good on paper to some horrible person.
And yeah, except the dogs couldn't tell which tanks were which, as I recall.
But, maybe if they like spray, like they could have like an airborne spray that they could spray like a meat scent on the enemy tanks.
Yeah. And
the dogs would be attracted to those.
Now, one thing about this Chaos, because it's Chaos Undivided, yeah, it's got the potential for good stuff. We've sort of gone over this ground, really, haven't we? But
yeah, I know people on the thread have been talking about it.
It's a bit generic, except BDSM Sorcerer.
Yeah, this is another one of those things where I guess this would be more closer to Zanish, which is the magic chaos god, rather than Khorne or, well, I guess. Well, see, that was another thing that I think was discussed in an earlier video, was these guardsmen, whenever they die, they explode in kind of a green mist. And green is normally, I know it's important to have your gods color-coded, but green is normally Nurgle.
Yep.
And he does make zombies, so you know he will make these like gas-filled zombification units.
Yeah, the can never remember what they're called.
Oh, well, I know there's like plague marines, but I don't know what the actual zombies are called. But yeah, so
I know in Blood Bowl they're called rotters.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I know you have Nurgle colors there. You have what looks like Zanish sorcerers,
Yeah.
you know, summoning out. I think somebody was saying the bloodletters were actually, or the blood. Yeah, I think it was bloodletters.
Yep, bloodletters, corn.
Yeah, and then yeah, you have this weird amalgamation. You know, obviously without Slanesh because there's no real easy way to put that in.
Not without making it M, anyway.
Yeah, it would require a lot of annoying visual effects.
Yeah, yeah, screwing with your senses, or
Well, it would kind of be like you know, a Metro or Stalker at that point with the screen distortions and like a horrible feedback noise they really love to do.
or even The Darkness 2, which I recently took a look at. Oh god. Okay game, but every time you're in the light, it's horrible.
But yeah, this is actually I don't expect to start seeing a lot more of these exotic, you know, turret weapons. We still won't really see them that much, but also keep in mind, you know, we're pretty much in the 13th hour of the game, pretty much.
Yeah. Still, it's nice to be holding a bolter for so damn long.
Yeah. Well, that previous section was actually not the optimal place to be sniping with a heavy bolter.
No. Heavy bolters not known for their accuracy.
I will say it's actually fairly accurate in the game as long as you do very slow fire. Obviously, going full auto will make you just barrage bullets everywhere.
Experimentation with the warp energy is proceeding rapidly. I no longer need to travel into the warp to pull more energy into this dimension. But I am encountering unexpected activity. I was naive to think that my incursion into warp space had gone unnoticed. Something has taken an interest. When I manipulate the energies, I feel a presence pushing against my psychic defenses, testing me.
I can just imagine a demon in the warp going, "He tasks me. He tasks me so."
All workers of
It's
and above.
I think, as someone pointed out in the thread, there's rarely ever an Inquisitor that dies of old age.
No, they die of crazy, or explosions, or demons, or any number of horrible things, and they usually take down quite a lot of people with them.
Pretty much. But hey, look, we haven't seen the primary plot point of the game in quite some time.
Yeah, and for the Smirg Lords out there, that is indeed a warlord.
The renegades have it well guarded.
Yeah, it gives well, now that we're at the base of it as opposed to
All the way over.
yeah.
We
Well, I guess that then just brings up the fact that, are we back in the Manufactorium from like update 5?
Yeah, somehow we've managed to travel a very long way in a very short space of time.
Yeah, we took a Valkyrie out to the desert and then got dropped off there, went through a turret section, and then walked all the way back.
While Chaos has been warping in people and ships, and
It's at this point in the game where they just kind of, it seems even more evident that they just kind of left out stuff.
yeah,
Like, I guess at the start of the episode we were on a tram. Like, we got off a little railroad, a little tram car pretty much. But I don't think it would have taken us all the way back to the beginning of the game.
because if it had, why hadn't we taken that in the first place?
It wasn't close to the plot. we wouldn't have been able to go through the amazing sewer area.
I will feed you to the dark gods myself.
Oh no, I'm totally frightened. Whatever should I do? Oh yeah, Fury. And then
And instantly kill a mini-boss, because he's obviously a Chaos captain.
yeah, they wanted to go through the effort of making him seem impressive and badass, and he is, if you're stupid enough to fight him on, even ground while other Chaos Marines are still shooting at you. But don't be dumb. You have Fury now. Just murder them.
Yeah.
Their demon mauls will tear through you very quickly and stun you. It's bad. And we will be seeing more of them in the future, but yeah, for right now, I had Fury, and normally this entire boss arena, the renegade guardsmen would just be running around on the catwalks and sniping at you. It would be a mess. But sniping them from a long way and playing this as unspace marine like as possible makes it just incredibly easy. But yeah, we split up yet again from our battle brothers because
I needed to test the warp device's capabilities. Running the Titan Manufactorum with it, or rather with the power source, provided a convenient opportunity. The tech priests are practically giddy with its success. But this is a trivial accomplishment. I am impatient to begin testing the warp device's psychic attributes. I'm just waiting for the live cargo to arrive.
Yeah, not the
certainly
smartest guy.
yeah, whenever somebody is very happy to start testing a energy source on live entities, it becomes kind of questionable.
Yeah, and on top of that, he's really not thinking this through, is he? Well, doesn't matter now, because obviously he's dead.
Supercharge your weaponry.
Yeah, yet again, this is kind of too little too late in the way of trying to make backstory and make you care about this whole energy, like, oh, it's energy source plotline. It's like, no, it's kind of been done.
Yeah, and
there's no real surprise anymore.
It's made of applied phlebotinum, otherwise known as Mcguffinium.
Yeah, pretty much. But we actually saw a new enemy swooping across the bow of the Titan over there. But first we have another. I don't want to say it's unnecessary. It's a cool weapon.
It is a cool weapon, but
it's kind of unnecessary at this point. Now that we've gotten 20 ranged weapons at this point. But yeah, it's the Storm Bolter. Storm Bolter is basically a double barrel bolter with double the ammo. It's cool.
And that is, to be fair, that is a beautifully modeled Warlord.
Mooring clamps released.
Yeah, and hey, it actually walks.
My battle brothers will have the
Which makes you wonder where the hell the crew were.
close to the topmost gate.
It also makes me wonder why they wouldn't give it better legs. Like, that just doesn't seem stable.
That's often a problem with mech designs in general, though.
Well, I mean, a Gundam is kind of even out.
Yeah, they usually have big, base legs.
Well, they seem more humanoid design. That just seems like a robot.
Yeah, and this is pretty obviously Chaos. Hey, let's put some flesh and metal together.
Yeah, this is these are called Chaos drones. I don't know if they have an actual tabletop figure or not. I don't think they were made just for the game. Like, I think they do exist, somewhere in a rule book somewhere, but they're not seen that often, and they're mostly just an annoyance.
Yeah.
Like, their flight pattern makes it so they really can't hit you. So they're not really that much of a threat. They're just an annoyance whenever you have to kill them to proceed, like we did there.
Lock it down! A demon is in the labs!
Authorization required to implement security protocols.
Drogon, Inquisitor, Ordo Xenos.
Outrun, human!
Repeat authorization. Speak clearly.
Drogon! Inquisitor! Oh no!
Drogon's death, the first of 3 epic parts.
Yeah, I feel mildly bad because that was kind of funny, where his manic yelling kind of made it impossible for his voice authorization to go through.
And it's a good established horror trope, but I'm trying not to laugh at.
Spire?
Yeah, well, it might be a bit late in the video by now, but I want to bring up the fact that pretty much for the later half of this video, Titus has been talking to a guy named Prince of Enoch, which is not a Native American name, so don't worry about that. But it's actually it's the guy that would be the head, I guess, technician or pilot for the crew of the Titan. And he's never been brought up before. He just kind of magically started talking to us.
The maintenance apps.
And he and his entire crew are magically in the Titan.
Yeah, it's never been brought up before. It will never be brought up again. No idea where they came from. They just suddenly appeared.
And while it's not too clear, those Chaos Sorcerers.
Yeah, the little floaty Wicked Witch of the West over there shooting at us.
Yeah, she'll get us and our little dog too.
Yeah, and basically you don't want to start shooting like I'm doing until the Titan has stopped moving, because as you can tell, the Titan sways and rocks a lot. So trying to get a good shot on these guys is not the easiest thing to do, and
with them teleporting as well.
Well, thankfully they'll teleport, but then they'll stay completely motionless, which is actually kind of nice. I'm glad they want us to murder them. But yeah, it's yet again, you do have to kill them to proceed, and it's kind of annoying.
It's a chore.
But you know, cover be damned, because they don't want to give you any cover. Also, I don't know why they wanted to give you the Storm Bolter before this, because it's an awful weapon for this section. It is horribly inaccurate.
Yeah, I think, to be honest, that was one of those dev trap moments.
Yeah, it's kind of like, here's a Thunder Hammer, and then here's a spot with nothing but ranged enemies you can't get. It's I don't want to discount the awesomeness of riding on a Titan, you know, its sheer size and everything. It's just, I don't know. It's not fun to be locked into a little tiny arena with awful weapons. But, you know, now it's time to enact our great plan of firing the volcano cannon.
The plan we forgot about for a long time.
Well, this was a fairly recent plan, and it's a very well thought out plan.
Well, originally we were still meant to power the Titan, but yeah.
But not with chaos energy. But yeah, it's let's fire chaos energy at the warp.
Firing now. Alarm. Ejecting.
Well, that
Shutting down.
Did a thing.
Well, that actually completely ruined the Titan for the rest of the game. It will never move again. Good job.
Thank the machine god.
And we destroyed a priceless artifact, so that's also good. Good job, Marines.
Yeah.
Save the planet.
So, an orbital elevator in return for possibly destroying Warp Gate, because that tower's not falling.
Yeah. But we'll see you next time.
Bye.